Welcome back to A Closer Look. If you're just joining us, I'm Linda Fontaine, and my guest this hour is Christie Lester. She's with the Alzheimer's Association, and we've been interviewing people with the 100-plus Tri-Cities Women Who Care. She's our first finalist that we're going to talk to this hour. Christie, thank you for joining us. Tell us about your organization and what $10,000 would mean to your organization.
Thank you so much for having us today. This is such an honor. My journey to be here actually started back on February 16th of 2014. It was the day that my father-in-law had his doctor's appointment. After completing the exams and screenings, the doctor came back in the room, and with a broken voice and teary eyes, he said, "I'm so sorry, it's Alzheimer's disease." We knew this was the likely diagnosis, but we weren't ready to hear it. Mm-hmm. He fought back tears, and we tried to ask some questions, but Daddy interrupted, and he said, "Chrissy, are we okay?" And I wiped my eyes, and I made myself smile and squeezed his hand, and I said, "Yeah, Daddy, we're okay." And I'd never lied to that man before. As soon as we got home, my husband and I searched for help, and Daddy's diagnosis made him 1 in 5 million Americans bravely battling Alzheimer's disease, and we were part of the 16 million unpaid caregivers in the U.S. The fear in the doctor's eyes that day made sense too. Alzheimer's is the 6th leading cause of death in the U.S., 4th in the state of Tennessee, and it's the only cause of death in the top 10 that currently cannot be slowed, prevented, or cured. We quickly found that the Alzheimer's Association was already fighting for our family. A 501c3 organization, the Alzheimer's Association was founded in 1980 by a group of families not unlike ours, who wanted to make sure that there was hope available for those living with Alzheimer's and related dementia and their families. We searched the website, called the 800 number, spoke to a master's level clinician, and they put me in touch with a local staff member to schedule a personalized care consultation and get all the information we would need and what would help us most as he progressed, the weekly support group meetings. Although there is no cure, research from the Alzheimer's Association funding is helping give hope for the future. Because of these generous donations, all the services are offered free of charge to the families who need them most. I was honored to join the staff of the Alzheimer's Association in May of 2019. And at this time, I began serving families like mine across 28 counties in Northeast Tennessee and Southwest Virginia. And our volunteer-based model is critical to our success. We lost Daddy on October 14th of 2019, and his battle with Alzheimer's ended, and so did my journey as a caregiver. But I can't give up this work. I fight for you. Until there's a cure, we're not going to stop fighting. Currently, 1 in 3 seniors will die with Alzheimer's or related dementia. 5.8 million Americans 65 or older have Alzheimer's, and by 2050, that number is estimated to rise to 13.8 million. Mm-hmm. 2020 has been a very difficult year for so many, and our nonprofit has certainly not been immune from the effects of this global pandemic. We have a very strong volunteer model, and our volunteer training and support for our local families is a critical need. Our volunteers are dedicated, determined, and eager to learn. But training materials and equipment is costly. Yes. And your donations will help make this possible.
Thank you, Christie. Thank you so much for sharing your opportunity. We have the other 2 to get to at this hour, but thank you so much for sharing that, and we appreciate it very much.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thanks.
We now have with us Deb Richmond, who is the Executive Director of Branch House. Thank you for joining us, Deb. Now tell us, you got 4 minutes to give us your best spiel to tell us all about Branch House and what $10,000 would mean for your organization.
Okay, got a lot to talk about in a short amount of time.
That's right.
So it's a privilege today to give you a little glimpse about a epidemic we have in our community, which is called domestic violence. First, I want to say that Branch House is a 501c3 organization. It is the only nonprofit family justice center in the state of Tennessee. Our service area is Sullivan County and the greater Tri-City area. However, we turn nobody away, no matter where you live or where the crime was committed. The only stipulation to get our free and confidential services is to be a victim of domestic violence, sexual assault, stalking, harassment, elderly, child abuse, human trafficking, or secondary victims of homicide. We opened our doors in 2018, and at that time, one big goal we had was to have a sexual assault forensic examination room where the person is given the exam by a trained sexual assault nurse examiner. In March, we saw that goal come to fruition. Now we do have that room. Victims can come to Branch House where they receive a free, private, safe, secure exam where they're treated with respect. No crowded waiting rooms for hours waiting in public view where you're with other people who may be sick. But if you come to Branch House to get an exam, you will get a sexual assault advocate who will walk you through the process, go to court with you, offer you services afterwards, offer you an order of protection, help you with that, shelter, housing, deliver food and clothes to your house, find money for past due rent or utilities if you need to move because of your circumstances, help you pay a deposit, first and last month's rent, pet foster homes, counseling, so many services. I cannot tell them all today in this short length of time, but with all those services, it costs money. One first thing we need is a new exam table. The one we have is too small. It's unsafe for larger people and also for people with disabilities. Another thing that we need that costs money is telehealth, where there is a doctor in the room virtually with the nurse, and the nurse can write much needed HIV and STD prescriptions to prevent those diseases. Right now, you have to go to an emergency room or a doctor's office to get those medications. And our victims, or the victims that we see for sexual assault, can't afford an emergency room visit or can't afford to even have a doctor. So what happens? They go untreated. And this is an epidemic. Now, I can tell you about some statistics about domestic violence. 1 in 3 women, 1 in 4 men have been assaulted. Sullivan County has the greatest sexual assault rate per capita than any county in Tennessee, twice what Washington County is. I can tell you about mothers who have lost their children because of murder, and we offer them services. But the biggest gift we can give is people the tools to move on and shatter the silence, give them a voice.
We've got to stop right there. Thank you so much, Deb.
Too much to talk about.
Good luck with everything. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
We now have Norma Tremblay. She's the director of Somebody Loves Me Incorporated. Thank you for joining us, Norma. Please tell us in just a few minutes your best spiel on your organization and what $10,000 would mean for you guys.
Yes, good morning, and thank you so much. Thank you for this opportunity. Somebody Loves Me Incorporated is a 501c3 nonprofit organization, and we are dedicated to helping others in need in our region. Although we have no employees, we have 47 dedicated and amazing volunteers who help make our programs and services possible. We have 4 main programs. The first one is Clothing Our Children, and then we also have a Clothing Our Neighbors, and through both of those programs, we provide shoes, clothing, personal care items, and for school-age children, school supplies. Everything we provide is free of charge, and we have a household items program. If families are in need of small appliances like microwaves, toasters, bedding, mattresses, then we will provide those items. And then we have our original program, what got us started, our Christmas for Our Children Angel Tree program. Last year, we served 328 children through our Angel Tree program. And this year, we anticipate serving even more. Normally, we host a spring silent auction fundraiser and then The proceeds from that go to our Clothing Our Children program. And then in the fall, we host a fall silent auction, and those proceeds benefit our Angel Tree program. Unfortunately, like so many other nonprofits, because of COVID-19, we were not able to hold our spring auction, and we're not having a fall auction in person. We are auctioning off some items. Every week we're listing a few items just to generate some income. But of course, there's no comparison to what we normally get to do. We do receive a grant from the East Tennessee Foundation that helps supplement the Angel Tree program for children who live only in Hancock, Hamblin, and Hawkins counties. So that leaves us with 6 other counties. And the things that make our Angel Tree program unique is, first of all, we serve children from birth through age 17. Most of the other programs have a cutoff. If a child is 12 or 13 or over that, then they're not able to serve them. So we work, not only do we work with families and provide direct services with them, but we also work with other organizations. And any children that they get that are over that cutoff age, then they refer them over to us and we're able to pick them up. The other thing that makes our Angel Tree program a little bit different and unique is that although we do include a deadline on our application, which is usually the first or second week of December, we will never turn a family away. We understand that, I work with families that are in crisis. And if I'm in crisis and I don't know how I will provide food for my child today, there is no way that I'm able to think about what I'm going to do for Christmas a couple weeks away or a couple months away. So we understand that. And I have actually more than one year, I've received a phone call on Christmas morning from someone who says, Norma, I just discovered that this family has nothing. And the fact that we're able to do that it's just a blessing. So if we were able to be the recipient of these funds, it would supplement our Angel Tree program and help us to serve all of our counties. And it would also allow us to continue our Clothing Our Children program.
Thank you so much, Norma. Good luck with everything. I wish you guys all the best.
Thank you. We appreciate you. Thank you.
And you be sure to vote at TricitiesWomenWhoCare.com. We'll be back next week.